What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're doing a piece off of the game Final Fantasy XIV. So, fans of the game Final Fantasy XIV, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Way Too Late TV. And Way Too Late TV wanted to see me react to this. It is a piece from the online video game Final Fantasy XIV entitled Scream. Now, have I heard this song before? Okay, this is where things get a little complicated. Full disclosure, I probably have. It's been a while. I used to be really big into this game. I used to be, absolutely deep into this game. It is a great MMO RPG. If I'm being honest, it's probably the best online MMO RPG I've ever played. Not just because of the storyline, not just because of the graphics, but lag issues. As long as your system can handle the game, really do not exist. There's always going to be bugs in the system, but their number of bugs was very low comparatively to other games. I'm looking at you, DCUO. I've always enjoyed playing the game, and the number one reason why I've really enjoyed playing this game, the mods are super active on the game. They monitor the game like hawks, in particular the chat. If you violate the chat TOS, if you are sitting there with hateful speech or slanderous speech or whatever, if you're breaking TOS, you're gonna find yourself in their jail. And what I mean by that is you're literally gonna find yourself, it doesn't matter where you are, you could be in the middle of a raid and all of a sudden you are teleported to a jail cell with a moderator who will inform you that your character is going to be in that jail for X number of hours. It could be, 60 hours, it could be 80 hours, it could be, 120 hours, it could be 600 hours, however many hours they determine. And that's not passing time. That's not, I have a 72-hour sentence. I might as well just log off and wait for 3 days. That is in-game time. So you gotta log into the game and sit there online doing absolutely nothing with your character for 72 hours. If you log out, the clock stops. And the clock starts up again when you log back in. They are absolutely serious about monitoring their game and enforcing the rules of the game. If you are caught cheating, you are banned. Outright banned from the game. Your IP, your email address is banned. And I know everybody's like, well, you can just get another email address. No, you can't. Your IP is banned. You could try getting a new IP. Sure. You could do that. You could use VPN or some VPN to, maybe help with that, but good luck. If they find out it's you, you're going to get banned again. So I love the game for that reason. The modders do not play around, and they do not tolerate any type of hateful speech or, bullying or anything like that. Man, I absolutely dig on the game. I'm sure I've heard this song before. I'm sure I have. But there are so many pieces of music in this game. There are tons of pieces of music in this game for everything. Everything's different. every event, every boss battle, every encounter, every cinematic has new music. So, have I heard it? I'm sure I have. Will I recognize it? I don't know. I doubt it. But we'll see. Maybe this is one of those boss battles that you just have to absolutely spam to, get the gear drop that you want. And you just have to beat this boss, 20, 30, 50 times. And this song is playing the whole time. I'm looking at you, Titan. Anyway, I hated, screw Titan, man. I hated that battle. So I may recognize it. I may not. We're going to just kind of play it by ear. Now, as always, if I recognize the song and I go, I don't believe this. I actually recognize this. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see. This was posted by Hungry Chad. Okay. And the video has 808,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Scream. Hegemony X Agdistis theme with official lyrics Final Fantasy XIV. If I'm not mistaken, this is a cinematic battle. Okay, so trying to remember if I remember this battle. There are so many cutscenes. There's so many boss battle scenes. I don't know anymore. I have lost track. Now, like I've said though, if I recognize it, trust me, I'll let you know. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I'm not gonna lie, folks. I don't recognize this. It has like an Evanescence feel to it. I would have, if I were to have played this stage multiple times, I probably would recognize the song more because this song definitely kind of stands apart. Because it really is reminding me of Evanescence, but as it stands, I don't recognize it. I don't even remember this fight. I'm sure I've played this. I'm sure I have, but I don't recognize this boss battle. I don't know. I don't know what DLC this would. I don't know if this is main vanilla game or if this is one of the updates. I do not remember. I honestly, I'm wrapping my brain. I got to get in contact with my old League mates and show them this video and go, can you remind me where in the game this is? I don't remember. the song's got nice feel. I mean, this is absolutely boss battle music. It absolutely is. The pulse of the song, the feel of the song, the drive of the song, that laid back drive. It's there. It's got that heavy footed drive. Yeah, it's got that heavy footed, borderline dirge, but not. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a dirge because it's not relaxed enough. It's not slow enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's relaxed, but it's undeniably got that drive, that marching off to war drive. So it's kind of walking that fine line between the two, but it's really nice. It sounds really good. I like what's happening within that chordal progression. We're in F sharp, which I absolutely love. It's F sharp is like the angriest key. It's got the most anger when it comes to play. I mean, whenever you hear a song in F sharp, it always has kind of that angry undertone to it. I mean, some more pronounced than others, obviously, but it's always got that angry feel to it, and it absolutely fits a boss battle like this without question. Let's get back into this. Out of there. Move. I'm a tank. I can take it. No, you can't. Move. Get out of each other's circles. Get to the center. Oh, just like Titan. Get to the front. You're gonna get one-shotted. Yeah, this has really got Evanescence vibes. I don't recognize it. I absolutely do not recognize it. I should. I know I must have done this stage, right? I must have. It's a storyline stage. You're not even playing your own character. From the looks of it, it looks like you're playing one of the story characters, but I could be wrong about that. I don't even recognize the boss battle, let alone the music for it. But I must have played it, right? I mean, okay, at the end of the day, whether I played it or not really doesn't matter. I don't recognize anything. I don't recognize the song, and I don't even recognize the boss battle. So, I mean, in theory, technically, it's all new to me. If that makes any sense. Even if it wasn't, even if I've played it, it's not ringing a bell. Interesting. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Scream from the online video game, the online MMORPG game, Final Fantasy XIV. This was a request from Way Too Late TV. Okay, before I give my score, just to reiterate, I'm a big fan of this game. I love this game, and I've played all the way through to the current version, up to 9. I haven't really ventured very far into 9. I just barely started when I had to stop playing for a while. I need to get back into it, and whenever I'm able to get back into it, trust me, I'm coming back. And if you guys play the game, let me know, and maybe we'll hook up and run some raids. We'll see. But in any case, I must have played this, right? Unless this is in 9. Like if this is an update 9, I may not have played this yet. But if it's in 8 or back, then I must have done this stage. Right? I must have, unless it's one of those side things I just skipped over. But it looks like it follows the main storyline, so I must have played this at some point. But I don't recognize it. I don't recognize it from the footage, and I don't recognize it from the song. And you would think with a song like this would stick with me. I know there's a ton of music in this game, and to be able to listen to any one particular track and go, oh, I recognize that. Please, that's impossible. Unless you've done this battle, a dozen times and that song is stuck in your head. For me, that would be Titan. God, that song just every time I hear that song, I just want to throw up not because the song's bad. The song's actually really good, but because remembering all the times that Titan would just one-shot everybody, except our tank. Tank always manages to survive somehow, but he's all by himself. So, because, our group got stuck or got, uncoordinated or we got disoriented or whatever, and next thing you know, here comes the big AoE one-shot, boom! And then the entire, 7 of us fall over, and there's the tank going, you guys suck. No, I do not recognize the song, which is surprising because this song would absolutely stick out for me if I had heard it before, at least 10 or 11, 12 times. So maybe this is one of those battles where it's a one and done battle. It's very possible. There are a lot of those in Final Fantasy XIV where it's storyline congruent, and you go into the boss battle and it's designed to teach you the mechanic. This is one of the things I absolutely love about Final Fantasy XIV. The storyline boss battles show mechanics that are designed to come in handy in upcoming raids and in upcoming arenas. It's so well designed. The game is so well designed. It really sets you up for success, unlike other online MMOs, which honestly set you up for failure. Again, I'm looking directly at you, DCUO. That's okay. DCUO has become a money grab anyway. It's become a hollow shell of itself ever since Daybreak took over. Anyway, as far as the song goes, I don't recognize it, so I can give it a grade, absolutely. And taking everything into account that I heard, I've got a score here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.5. What does that mean? Well, a 7.5 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good song. It will also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.5, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. I'm not gonna lie, folks. I am absolutely doing everything I can to stay objective. I'm doing everything I possibly can to keep my mind focused, stay objective, and just analyze the song for what it is. But I'm not gonna lie, it's from Final Fantasy XIV, and I love that game. So there's I'm not gonna lie, folks, there's a little bit of bias here. Okay, there is. I'm human. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to stay objective though, and this is really what I did my best to come up with. I tried to stay objective as the best I can to come up with the score. It's well written. It's very well written. I love the fact that the verses, the main riff of the song and the verses were in that F sharp minor, and then for the chorus we modulate up to B minor. I love that. I love that fourth jump. The progression in the chorus, the B up to the D, down to the A, down to the E, never resolving to the fifth. We never resolve to the F sharp. We resolve to the E, and from E we go right back to the root, back to that B again. I thought that was actually very clever. I thought that was definitely ear-catching, because every time we would go B to the D to the A to the E, I kept waiting for that F sharp resolution to go back to the B, and we never got it. It was very attention-getting. Some might say in a negative way. A lot of people would probably say, you know, I need that fifth to resolve. No, you don't. You can resolve on a fourth. You absolutely can. It makes perfect sense. I mean, you could resolve on a third. You could resolve on a fourth. You could resolve on a fifth. You could resolve on a seventh. Resolving on a 2 and resolving on a 6, that's a little odd. It's a little weird, but I've seen bands pull it off. So, but that's definitely attention getting in a strange way. No, resolving to the fourth, it sounded just fine to me. I found myself wanting the fifth, but I never found myself craving the fifth. It wasn't like, this needs to happen. No, it didn't need to happen. The fourth sounded perfectly fine. The chorus is the hook, though, without question. That progression, that chordal progression, very, very hooky. I like the fact that the main riff, the main song in general, is in that F sharp minor. F sharp minor is one of my favorite keys. It's it kind of flip flops between E and F sharp. I kind of flip flop between those two for third place. So sometimes E is my third favorite key. Sometimes F sharp's my third favorite key. For those of you that wonder and have never heard before, D is without question my favorite key. D followed very closely by B minor. I love D minor and I love B minor. But yeah, D will always be ahead of B for me. But the third place slot, that's kind of up for the day. You know, some days I'm in favor of E, some days I'm in favor of F sharp minor. But utilizing both, I really enjoyed that. But what really did the song more than anything for me was the feel of the song. It had that borderline dirgy feel. Borderline, not quite. It didn't feel like a funeral procession, but it had that, you know, slow march kind of feel. But it was more like a marching off to war type of feel. Like, you're marching off to war and you know you guys are going to get your butts kicked. You know it. You're going up against some pretty incredible odds. Now, I'm not saying it's hopeless. I mean, there's always a chance you guys are going to win the battle. But at the same time, you're going into the battle knowing that you're the underdogs. It kind of had that feel to it. But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to get yourself fired up. And that's the kind of feel that the song had. Had a little bit of the dirgy feel, had a little tiny bit of the doom and gloom in there, just ever so slightly. But at the same, in that kind of feeling of futility. But at the same time, it had enough drive, it had enough push, it had enough energy behind it that it didn't feel like all was lost. You feel like you've got a chance in this. And you just got to get yourself psyched up and fired up. And that's what they do with the song. So it has that feel. I love that feel. I really do. And for a boss battle in a video game, in particular this video game, this online MMORPG, it's very fitting. This is absolute. If you were to tell me that this was just a song that was written by some band, number one, I'd want to know the name of the band. I actually do. if there's actually a band. That this may just be a, you know, one of those Square Enix, you know, originals. You know, that could be it, and they just hired some musicians to come in and perform it. Then again, there may be an actual band that wrote this and submitted it for this usage. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious to know what the situation here is. But this definitely has that type of feel that a band could have written this without question. But it definitely has the feel and the drive and the energy that I love. It kind of reminded me of Evanescence in a little ways. A lot of the subdivision work had that, and the orchestral hits kind of had that feel to it. And of course, the vocalist doing a great job. I mean, if I'm being honest, besides the feel of the song, that's what really did it for me. But at the same time, getting a special note there, the vocalist on this really kind of shined through everything. Her range, her diction, her vowel formation, her projection and power sounded really good. It really sounded good. I think I'll just be straight up and say it. I think she did a great job. No, but overall, taking everything into account here, I feel good with that 7.5. I really do. It's a solid, really good score. So that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.5, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.